Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can?
Yep.
All right, good.
Thank you. What?
Good job, yeah. Okay, let me see. Well, hold on. I don't need our players though. No, I don't need this. I want ones with the other team's names on them. So try the other one. Try the other desk. on the perimeter to Brandon Butts. The Bloodhounds look to have some size, so we may not see much from Kennedy tonight, but he's known to surprise, so be looking for him to.
Definitely is a good aspect on the offensive and defensive end. When it comes, I really don't.
The three from number 31, Trevor James Cockjohn, is no good. The foul on Kennedy Gooding. He will go to the line. Number 42, 43, my bad, Lorenzo Riles, the second. It's his first foul, team first.
The ball will be up, and it will rattle in and out. Fort Madison bringing it down.
The Chargers take the first point of the game. The three from number 21, Kalen Cresswell, is no good. Jackson pumps.
Carter Boyer's shot will be up, and it'll be good for the first three of the night. That'll also be his first points of the night.
Jackson Porter on Logan Rashid.
Ball be kicked out.
Looking for the pick and roll there. Brandon Hughes goes in hard, but can't come out with it.
Unable to finish. You see IWHS kind of still walking the ball up, a little different from the last game we saw them play. The intensity obviously isn't as high, and the game's kind of going a little slower, back into IWHS's pace just a little bit.
Carter Boyer to Brandon Butts. Outside to Kennedy Gooding. Looking to set something up here, running the offense.
Kennedy Gooding really fighting down low to get that position, but is unable to keep it. Carter will feed it in there, and Gooding will go up for two and unable. But he'll get a great hustle play.
Kennedy Gooding gets the ball on the floor and calls a timeout. Look for a good game here. This team came from Iowa, of course, from Fort Madison, and not very often do we have Illinois teams play Iowa teams, especially on a senior night like tonight. Of course, all of our seniors looking to have a great night tonight for their last home game. Kennedy Gooding to Carter Boyer. Carter Boyer's three is no good. Off way to the left. The Bloodhounds come out with the rebound.
Working for that down low. The ball be swung around.
Again with the pick and roll. Looking for the dump off. It's number 43, Lorenzo Riles.
Caleb Cresswell looking to start something. The ball will be up, and it'll be good for his points of the game.
With that three, the Bloodhounds make the game 4-3. Illini West.
Jackson Porter will be up, and it'll be good.
It looked like Cresswell just let him have that three, trying to see how to test his waters. He was pretty deep there, and he nailed the shot.
Really working it in, trying to get it around, swinging it through the perimeter. Logan Rasho bringing it in, but is unable to finish. It'll come down to number 43. Lorenzo Riley's getting his first foul of the game. Second foul of the game. Apologize.
Riles has both fouls for the Bloodhounds so far, with 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. The score is now 7-3, Illini West. Jackson Porter has the ball on the outside into Kennedy Gooding, looking for a post move. Kicking
it out.
Jackson Porter pulls it out again and he gives it to Brandon Butts.
And the shot will be up from Carter Boyer, and it'll be off again.
Both shots he's had tonight have been way off to the left. Let's see look for him to try to adjust that here and maybe get some points on the board, some more points on the board.
Working it down into the zone. Swinging around, kind of working the left side of the floor now, you see.
The Bloodhounds seem to like their screen and roll.
Now it'll be a turnover.
Ooh. Carter Boyer will take the ball out on the sideline. The Bloodhounds look to have a man press on. Dietrich, cross-court pass to Brandon Butts. Back to Dietrich. Again to Butts. Takes 2 dribbles in. Kicks back out to Porter.
Swinging around, and Carter Boyle will have a turnover.
No.
Trying to work it in, and Jacob Dietrich, I noticed he's being overplayed and kind of cut back door, and Carter Boyer was not on the same page.
And sorry for you listening at home if we seem to be running over each other or if we seem to be distracted. We can't hear ourselves in the headset, and that's a different experience for us. The shot is in and out by number 21, Caleb Rossler.
Carter Boyle will be calling for a foul. Thank you. We're having a little trouble.
Carter Boyer with the ball out of bounds. Into Jackson again. Like I said earlier, the Bloodhounds have a press on.
For Madison working the trap here. And unfortunately getting that foul called.
A kicked ball violation will give the Chargers the ball out of bounds.
Thank you. A little out of it at the moment.
The Chargers to take down the ball with Carter Boyer at the head.
Jackson Porter making his way down and is unable to grab that. Comes up with a big rebound, and it'll be tipped in.
It's a great play with a possible foul to be called there.
A lot of contact. They'll work it down. Use a great post move. They really are. Refs tonight really are kind of letting them play a little bit. A lot of contact down low. But it'll be a Illini West ball out. They'll keep the full court press on. Carter Boyer fumbling on it.
Close to a 10-second call there, but gets just
Kennedy Gooding will
on.
spot up, and it's long. Fort Madison looking to get the last shot and work it down.
With 10 seconds left in the first quarter, the Bloodhounds look to get the last shot. Cross-court pass, number 13,
straight
Keefer.
up. It'll be short.
Is short.
And Kennedy Gooding will come out with the rebound for the last few seconds. Game's been tight and a little on the edge with the fouls called and playing hard.
The Chargers now have the lead with Jackson Porter and Carter Boyer both have 3. They're their leading scorers for the Chargers. And number 21, Caleb Cresswell, is the leader for the Bloodhounds. Again, you saw the hints of the press there from the Bloodhounds, and that could be something that could play a factor here as the game wears on. The boys could get tired from the Bloodhounds, but they seem to be subbing in consistently. But that's still something to think about as turns when it comes to third and fourth quarter. Just, the conditioning comes into question.
Very true, and you got to add over these turnovers. Illini West kind of getting a little they're turning the ball over more than normal, actually.
More than they'd like to, yeah.
But you have to give it to Fort Madison, really kind of pressuring up full court with the trap and really rushing our boys with the ball.
The same 5 is out in the court for the Chargers. No new faces from the Bloodhounds either.
Yeah, the kid fouled out. Or not fouled out, but they'll look to work it in. They'll kick it out.
Keister drives in.
The shot will go up, and it'll be good. Lorenzo Riles for the shot. Oh, excuse me. Trevor James Cockjohn from the 3.
Jackson Porter on the perimeter to Carter Boyer. Carter
will
looks
drive
to
in. Kennedy Gooding looking for the shot, and he drains it.
That's kind of a turnaround and shoot there. He didn't feel the pressure, so he put up a shot, and it paid off. Number 21, Caleb Cresswell.
The shot will go up again.
Ball
No
rebounded by
good.
Carter Boyer.
Slowing it back down. Kennedy Gooding. Carter Boyer looking to work it into Jackson Porter, who's trying to get around on Caleb Cresswell, but is unable to hold the position, and it'll be another turnover on the Illini West side.
Keister on the
Swinging it
fast
up.
break.
The shot will go up, and it'll be way short.
I believe that ball was tipped by the way it looked, but the shot was still short.
And the shot will be good by Jackson Porter, putting in his second 3 of the night.
We still have no sound up here.
Unfortunately. Caleb Cresswell, and it'll be long and into the, fumbled around, but into the hands of Illini West, who'll push the ball up.
Jackson Porter taking his sweet time coming down the court.
And the shot will go up. Unfortunately, just a
long.
little long, but into the hands of Brandon Butts. Working it in and taking advantage of that second possession. Got to give it to Butts for that beautiful move down low. Taking it in, and they come back down to the defensive end. It'll hope for a stop. Ooh, and that'll be a body call. I'm on.
There was a kind of a questionable call there. It looked like he had position, but as basketball goes, sometimes on the fly you get calls. Whether you disagree or not, it's the call. The Bloodhounds have the ball out of bounds. Pass into number 11, Red Donald. Number 5, Logan Rashid. To, again, number 11, Red Donald.
Swings it over, working it in. Unable to get the field goal, comes down and gets that second possession and takes advantage.
Carter Passes the ball down to get release some pressure.
Buttes trying to get the ball to Porter, but ends up getting it into the hands of Carter Boyer. We'll try to work it down. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy's shot will be up. It'll be long. Fort Madison working it down. The shot will be up, and it'll be good.
Three. Cresswell has 6 points and is now the leading scorer for the Bloodhounds with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the half. Nice move there by Jackson Porter on the perimeter.
The cross court, and the shot will be up, and it'll be a little off.
The score is now 16-11 in favor of the Chargers. Number 11, Red Donald, looks to drive but kicks it out.
Crusher looking for the shot. It ends up going in.
Woo! That ball almost hit our camera. That could have been disastrous.
True. Would have gone down at that point.
A little bit of dizzy on the viewers at home. Yeah. The Bloodhounds inbound the ball.
Swinging all the way around. Looking to get it in. He's got position. Kicks it out. Crushwell will come up. He'll force the shot just a little bit, and it'll be no good.
The Chargers again have the ball.
Trying to slow the game down. As you can see, Fort Madison really trying to push it into transition, and IWHS just isn't going to work with it. Swinging it around.
They are setting the game to their pace, that's for sure. The ball is stolen on a pass to Jacob Dietrich.
Letting him get in.
Jump stop by Red Donald in front of Brandon Buttes.
Crushwell's looking for the other position. It'll go
Good
up.
help defense from Brandon Buttes, but just can't stop number 31, Trevor James Cockjohn.
And Fort Madison with the 30-second timeout. IWHS really going to have to try to take care of the ball a little bit more than they obviously have, and they're going to have to sorry, my sound went out. They're going to have to really try to probably stop Fort Madison a little closer to the three-point line. They're really letting them get in deep and kind of working their way down.
Yeah, it seems to be what Rasmussen is talking about in their huddle. He seems to be very displeased with their pass selection and their laziness when handling the ball.
Definitely, most definitely.
Yes, the displeasure is obvious on his face. And, of course, in his voice, heard all throughout the gym.
Always, always.
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Kind of see IWHS now kind of picking up the pace as their defense kind of gets up in their shorts a little. Really raising the defensive intensity here.
Kennedy Gooding, out by the perimeter, looks to drive.
He'll make a move. He'll force a shot, and it'll go in.
That was a good move by Kennedy, but the shot was a little questionable, but he followed through and made it. So.
It'll be his 5th shot of the night. Swinging it around to the left side for Madison, looking to work it in. Again, they're going to have to, you know, kind of D up on the perimeter. This is a definite driving team.
Number 11, Red Donald, seems to be very aggravated that he missed his shot and is playing some tight defense on the Chargers' number 11, Carter Boyer. He is called for a travel.
Another turnover.
Yeah, I guess that hard defense paid off in the end.
That's what they're looking for right now out of that trap defense, is to really speed them up, and it's worked into their hands tonight. And driving to the lane, but stuck up by Brandon Buttes and ends up getting Fort Madison to turn the ball over.
The help defense has been great tonight from the Chargers, and that same help defense is what forced number 5, Logan Rashid, to step out of bounds and turn the ball over. He passes the ball. Carter Boyer passes the ball to Kennedy Gooding to release some pressure.
Carter Boyer getting a little fancy with the ball here, trying to get it down.
He seems to be a little flustered.
It'll draw the foul, though.
The foul is on number 11, Logan Seymour Red Donald. And he will sit down with a sub coming in for him. The sub was number
25.
25.
Parker Denning. Jackson Porter will be working one-on-one here.
They are playing some tight on-ball defense tonight. They're all over the ball handler, trying to get that turnover, especially on Jackson Porter and Carter.
Kennedy Gooding will work in and get his field goal in.
He now has 7 points and raises the Chargers' lead to 20 to 13. And there seemed to be a flagrant foul
on Trevor James Cockjohn. Now you've seen these boys work down low all night, getting a little aggressive, getting pushy, and you know it's hard to play like that as you kind of come up and the pressure's on.
And you know sometimes, you know, I know from playing my years of basketball, you know, it's sometimes emotion just gets the best of you, and you know you make not very smart decisions in the time, but you know it's just the game of basketball. So.
Kennedy Gooding will take him. Body up, definitely, and a lot of fouls going.
But he calls a charge there on Kennedy Gooding.
He definitely, unfortunately, lowered his shoulder and kind of pushed his way in there. Again, you talk about these boys who are massive in size and looking to battle down low. It's going to be a game for both of them.
Again, we aren't seeing the consistency that we'd like to see from the refs, though, unfortunately. But, of course, you know, you win some, you lose some. The Bloodhounds have the ball, and they're looking to come to drive in, too, but the Chargers are playing equally tight defense.
And the ball will be good.
Number 5, Logan Rashid. And that will be the end of the first half. The Chargers lead 20 to 15.
Referee's letting it go a little, kind of sped up the game in my eyes. I mean, it went by pretty quick.
The leading scorers are as follows. Kennedy Gooding from the Chargers and number 31, Trevor James Cockjohn for the Bloodhounds. We will be back after this break for halftime. So we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Hello.
Double check. Can you hear myself? Yeah, we can hear yourself. Okay.
Are they on?
He said they're off. So.
And unfortunately, again, we're having technical difficulties if it ever does come back on. You got it?
Yeah, it should be going.
All right, we're experiencing a lot of technical difficulties. Unfortunately, did Jackson Porter just come down and hit that?
I think so.
Yes. Jackson Porter just came down and hit a 3. We are so sorry. Our GoPro died. We don't have anything, so we're going to try as best as we can to kind of give you a little of what's going on in the Illini West gym right now.
Yeah, I think Daytona's panicking a little bit, but it's really not a big deal.
Nah, I'm doing good.
We're fairly capable to do this, and we think you should have a view of the game. It may not be the best compared to our GoPro, but
Jackson Porter will work it down. Kicking it out to Carter Boyer. Carter Boyer will take a few dribbles and get it straight back to Jackson Porter. Not a lot of movement here by the Chargers, but they'll swing it around to Kennedy Gooding. Swinging it down to Brandon Buttes, back to Jackson Porter, who will put it up. It'll be short, but in hustle play, but unfortunately back into the hands of Fort Madison, who will push it down the floor.
And as I said earlier, ooh, that was a travel, but a nice drive by Red Donald for the Bloodhounds. And since we were breaking the action, I'll kind of explain to you what's going on. Our GoPro died, and so now we are using our usual scoreboard cam to view the game, and you may not have the best view. So Daytona is going to do the play-by-play of the Chargers, and I will be doing the play-by-play of the Bloodhounds.
Yes.
So yeah, problem solver sitting over here.
Yeah, actually, I'm very proud of you for taking up that, because I honestly would have never thought of it.
Well, it works.
But Jackson Porter now having the ball, looking to swing it to Brandon Buttes, who will swing it to Jacob Dietrich. Working it back up. Carter Boyer really trying to look for that foul. The shot will be up, and it'll be aired.
He has just not been able to shoot tonight.
Well, he did just come down and hit 2 possessions back-to-back with a few jump shots, putting a few points on the board.
Number 31 shoots up a 3, but it is no good. And number 21, Caleb Cresswell, he shoots up a 3 off the rebound, and it is also no good.
Jackson Porter will draw the foul here.
He was fouled by Caleb Cresswell. I'm assuming a little frustrated after his second missed shot of the half so far. The score is 27-15, which is something you might not be able to see because of our angle of our camera. There is 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter.
Definitely going to have to go back to the basics. You know, we're very grateful to have our screens and everything that we do right now, and coming back, we're going to have to go back to the basics and work it down. But Carter Boyle will work it here. Kick it to Jackson Porter, who will be D'd up hard by Caleb Cresswell. Kennedy Gooding will try to work it in, and he'll be good for 2. Excuse me, he'll be good for his 2.
Number 5, Logan Rashid, to number 31, Cock John. Around to Logan again. On the edge is number 21, Caleb Cresswell,
and that'll be
in for a
travel.
drive. They called a shooting foul on number 11, Carter Boyer, although he may have taken an extra step in the middle of there.
Well, must have got him on the arm as he went up. Unfortunately, I didn't see that. I just kind of saw the ball never go up, and he went up. So
some might say incidental contact. And there is the student section screaming over there.
And it'll work as it rattles in and out. No good.
Unfortunately, you cannot see our student section tonight, but it has been a theme for Connor and I to explain what they're doing. Tonight it seems to be Orange Night with Moses. Moses is right there. He parted the Orange Sea, which is not biblically correct, but it worked.
That's all right.
All right, back to the game. He will shoot again.
But that one will go through the net.
Yeah, they'll nail that one. The score is 29-16 with 4 minutes left in favor of the Chargers.
In the third quarter. Sorry.
Thank you.
Carter Boyer will work it down and off the fingertips, a little frustrated with that miss there. But Fort Madison will really push the ball down.
Number 5, Logan Rashid, will drive in and look for a layup. And
nobody there for Illini West.
That help defense was not there this time. He seemed to catch them on their heels, with their toes.
They were on their toes.
Carter Boyer will look to answer.
And the ball be deflected out of bounds. Illini West ball.
Brandon Keister tipped the ball out of bounds and will give the Chargers the ball again.
Kennedy Gooding will get the ball into Carter Boyer with a beautiful pass to Jackson Porter, and it'll be knocked out of Jackson Porter's hands. Really looking for the deflection there, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it. The fast break will go down, and it'll be good.
Number 13, Keister with the 2-point bucket. The refs seem to be really letting these boys play, especially in the second half here. There seems to be a lot of contact on every shot that's taken.
On both ends. It's very consistent. But Jackson Porter will put it up for an uncontested 3. And after that, Coach Rasmussen will call a full timeout for Illini West.
Yeah, that was, as I said that, of course. There seems to be a open 3.
Scott Dooley and Amy Bergman. I taught was first grade. You guys saw those coming out. That was 4th grade play. I'll get to text you later.
Well, I'd like to do a shout out to Santos Castillo. Today's his birthday.
Ooh, and I'd also like to do a grand shout out to my partner here, Ty Jackson, for being the first Illini West wrestler to make it to state. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They had a whole thing before the game for him, and I totally forgot. So yes.
It's not a big deal. I've been congratulated enough these last couple of days. I appreciate it, and thank you if I have not thanked you already for congratulating me. That goes for everyone, that's watching or has thanked me. It's been a lot. I'll say that right now. The Bloodhounds will inbound the ball. Keister in to number 5, Logan Rashid.
Illini West setting up in man here.
Again, Rashid with the ball on the perimeter. Kicks in, around the perimeter, I should say. To number 21, Caleb Cresswell. Out to Keister. Ooh. That was actually number 25, Parker Denning, with the inside bucket, making the score 32-22 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
Illini West looking to respond. Carter Boyer will pull the ball down, get it down to Jackson Porter in the corner. Kennedy Gooding with a shot up, and it'll be good. Before Madison comes back, pushing the ball up the court.
Oh, yes, my bad. It's Fort Madison. Fort Madison has the ball, like she said.
It'll be deflected.
The pass in to number 31 was deflected. Cockjohn just couldn't get his hands out to get the ball, and it was tipped away by number 3. Carter holds the ball. Kicks around the horn.
Kennedy Gooding will take it to the, it'll be long, but Brandon Butts comes up for the rebound and is unfortunate to get it. Kind of rattles in and out of his hands and gets busted out of bounds.
Keister will inbound to Rashid.
There's no sound.
There we go. Carter Boyer with a steal in the fast break.
But unfortunate because he carries it down the floor. Again, you got to get a hold of yourself with, well, gotta count.
You want to restart that sentence?
I totally apologize. That was not what I was meaning to say, but I definitely wanted to
yeah, so
say
anyways, what she's trying to say is you got to compose yourself and
not turn the ball over.
Yes, not turn the ball over. That is a key factor in this game, as it has been so far. The Bloodhounds will look to not turn over the ball either. And the pass inside to Keister against Brandon Butts. And a wide open inside.
And for the last-minute shot.
Yeah.
It'll be 34-27 Illini West here heading into the fourth quarter. If you are just tuning in and you can just see Ty and I, we greatly apologize. There is no camera. We're trying to get it with our camera that normally shows the scoreboard. We're kind of going back to the basics and trying to give you everything play-by-play and of what's going on right now at Illini West and what's going on in the gym.
Yeah, we're having a very prominent technical difficulties at the time. There is the parting of the Orange Sea again. Again, not biblically correct, but it worked.
Definitely.
Does the job.
We are back. That is good to hear.
We're alive. Hey guys, what's up?
Again, if you didn't hear any of that, we have no camera. I'm just going to, kind of go down to the little details. We have no camera. We're trying to go play-by-play. If we stutter on our words, we greatly apologize. We're still high school kids getting it down. But I am Daytona Dooley, and this is my partner, Ty Jackson. And we're trying as best as we can, so please stick with us.
What you guys can't see is this big curtain behind us. There's our technical team, and they're working their little butts off back there trying to get this to work. And I think we're good now. So that's a great sign, and hopefully you can hear us. We'll be giving you a play-by-play because our camera is, like you said, not doing the best right now. We have one camera dead, and the other one is not meant for the purpose we're using it for. So we'll do the best with what we have. The Bloodhounds have the ball, and they look to drive in a kick out. Number 31, Cockjohn on the perimeter. He's the big man. Out to 5, Rashid. And again to Cockjohn for 3. It's long. The Chargers come out the rebound.
That'll be jump ball, and that'll be Illini West ball.
The score is 34-27 in favor of the Chargers with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. If I am correct, we just broadcasted the whole third quarter, but you didn't hear a single word of it. So that's a great thing. Hopefully you could see better than I think you can.
Well, we don't know what it looks like either, unfortunately, tonight.
But
Carter Boyer will work the ball down to Jackson Porter here in the corner. Swinging it to Kennedy Gooding, who will drive, unable to get it back out to Carter Boyer, and the shot will be good for 3. That'll make your score 37-27, Illini West. Fort Madison not hesitating to get the ball in, looking it up. 3-point shot will go, and it'll rattle in and out. Ball still loose into the hands of number 11.
Red Donald.
And the ball will be good.
Yeah, that shot will fall for the Bloodhounds, making the score 37-29. The Chargers with the 8-point lead.
Carter Boyer looking one-on-one here. He'll swing it to Jacob Dietrich, who will find Kennedy Gooding wide open under the basket, will make the move for his field goal of the night.
See, these are the Chargers, or back to the Chargers we saw in the first half. They kind of fell asleep there in the third quarter, but here they are back. The Red Donald has the ball on the perimeter, dribbling around, trying to get past the closely guarding Jacob Dietrich. Rashid on the perimeter for 3.
And he'll be off. And offensively rebounded. Brandon Butts will take a body. And if you wanted to know, there is 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this game, and no, Brandon Butts has not taken a charge, which is a little crazy if you ask me and anyone else in the Illini West gym right now. Mr. Buttes is definitely the man to take all the charges. They kind of introduced him because it's senior night, as the man of the hour with the charges. So unfortunate to get that call on the other end.
His Red Donald, his first shot is good because he was shooting when he got the blocking call. And his second shot is no good, but rebounded by the Bloodhounds.
Into the hands now of Illini West. Kennedy Gooding will take the ball up and now get it to Carter Boyer. Carter Boyer will dribble down, unable, still looking to set something up here. The ball will be turned over by Carter Boyer into the hands of Fort Madison.
It just was not a very smart pass there. Gives Fort Madison the ball. Rashid looks to drive in, but gets another foul on the Chargers. He draws a check foul. Not sure what that reference was, or the motion the referee made. But needless to say, the Bloodhounds will have the ball, and now Rashid has the ball outside of the perimeter. It's a nice move by number 21, Caleb Cresswell. Rashid again has the ball, looks to drive in. Cockjohn drives in. Cockjohn rebounds his own shot and goes back up again, and this time makes the jumper. The displeasure is obvious on Rasmussen's face, although he has a 9-point lead with only a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Illini West definitely trying to get it going here. Well, they're up, but if you wanted to know, there has not been a single sub in this game for Illini West. They're kind of missing their freshman player right now, Lincoln Gooding, who was out sick.
Yeah, like our score right now is 39-32. We'll try to keep you better updated on that, as seeing we don't have the scoreboard anymore.
Debbie Murphy. Thank you for all our tickets.
The Chargers are on the floor again. As Daytona said, there has not been any substitutions from the Chargers, which is kind of an odd thing. Usually they have, a couple come in here and there, but with Lincoln Gooding not here, there seems to be less substitutions. Kennedy Gooding will inbound the ball to Jackson Porter.
Jackson will work his way down to Carter. Carter will be taken one-on-one here, trying to work the ball up, really pressuring him up, and ends up getting a foul drawn by
Red Donald, number 11. I got you.
That'll be his second foul of the night.
The entire student section is on their feet tonight. They seem to be very into the game. It's a good sight to see always.
Jackson Porter. Carter Boyer will bring it out and turn the ball over again.
But the shot, the easy layup on the fast break is missed. But the Bloodhounds come out with it again. No foul. It looks like Rashid lost the ball and ran into Buttes anyway. Now again, like I said earlier, emotions are high, and I would have not been very happy if I had been Buttes. But that's the way the game goes. The Chargers have the ball out of bounds.
He is definitely the man to sacrifice his body for this. The ball will come in to Carter Boyer, and they'll pressure him up. And his third foul of the night will be called.
Carter Boyer will inbound the ball here. Score is still 39-32 in favor of the Chargers with 4 minutes left to go in the game. Carter Boyer will look to set up the pick and roll offense.
Jackson Porter will drive in, and the ball will be knocked away as he goes in. Caleb Crushwell coming down, unable to get the foul on the fast break, but it'll go back into the hands of Fort Madison. They'll kick it back. And he will not get, Brandon Buttes bodies up one more time. It will not get the call. Now that he was definitely set and definitely got hit hard on that third one he just took. The crowd is unhappy with that, lots of boos.
And I do not believe.
But unfortunately, distracted Illini West for Fort Madison's easy come in and gets the basket.
Well, we will just move on from that call. Most of the crowd in here did not agree with it.
Always have to turn around. The game does go on. You cannot get stuck on one play, and that is definitely a great example. The emotions are high as Caleb Cresswell is not happy with his call.
The refs are definitely letting these kids play tonight.
Now they're getting a little nitpicky, and they are not liking it. The ball will be up to Kennedy Gooding. It'll now be worked down by Jackson Porter. He will force the shot, and it is no good.
The number 5 for the Bloodhounds. Well, they're passing the ball a lot right now. It's all right. Back to number 5, Rashid. And across the court to Red Donald. Out to 25. On the quarter to Cockjohn. Looking to drive. Drives in to Buttes. And number 25 goes up for a layup.
The ball will come back to Illini West as it's tipped out of bounds.
Seems even the Fort Madison boys are getting a little snippy with the refs tonight, and that is never a good sign.
Looking for the straight back door. The ball come into Brandon Buttes, and then it'll now be back to Jackson Porter, who will work it up. Still with that full court press. Fort Madison will...
Looking to relieve the pressure a little bit. They will...
With the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds, it is 39-34 Illini West. And Jackson Porter will drive in, and his shot will be no good, but Fort Madison will pull up, and they will now call a foul as Carter Boyer hits Caleb Crushwell in the air. That'll send him for 2 at the line.
The 4th time Carter has been in that same position, and they have called the foul the 4th time. So I guess the 4th time's the charm. The number 21 for the Bloodhounds, Caleb Cresswell,
will shoot his first shot. It'll be no good.
And I guess if you're going to get a foul called, make the foul count and make sure he does not make his free throws. And so far, he missed the first one, but landed the second one. So it's been a very intense game so far with the minimal and somewhat nitpicky calling on the officials tonight. But again, officials are never to blame for the outcome of a game, no matter what some people might say. And the Chargers have been unable to score in this 4th quarter, which is something that could end up coming back and biting them with the score 39-35. Number 10, Kennedy Gooding, is the leading scorer. No, yeah, he is.
Yes,
my bad.
with 13 points, and then Jackson Porter will come back behind with 12 points. And then 21 and 31, Caleb Crushwell and Trevor James Cockjohn will lead the Fort Madison, tying with 11 points right now. Carter Boyer getting available for the press, beating his man down the floor into the left corner.
The Fort Madison defense, they're riding the ball handlers with a saddle, it seems. They're just all over these guys. If you have the ball, you more than likely have a defender right in your face, which seems to work so far.
Kennedy Gooding will be up top. The ball go backdoor by Jacob Dietrich. unable to get the shot up, but swings it back. Jackson Porter with the shot. It'll be short and into the hands of Fort Madison.
Ooh, that was a three-point shot. Toss-up by number 21.
Illini West not boxing out. That'll give them three chances to score, and unfortunate was not able to get the ball to go down. It'll now be Illini West ball as they come through. Kennedy Gooding will set a screen, but
Carter
Boyer will turn the ball over as it is actually kicked off Fort Madison's foot, but will hit Kennedy Gooding, and they will call a over and back. With 1 minute and 5 seconds left, 1:05, may I add, 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 39-35 Illini West.
Rasmussen is arguing his call very, very aggressively, and he gets the foul for it.
No, it'll just be a verbal warning.
A verbal warning?
Yes, on Coach Rasmussen.
I'm sure he's had his fair share of those in his coaching days.
Definitely, definitely. And that'll be a carry, turning the ball over. Fort Madison will turn the ball over just as if Illini West has. Now, you want to talk about, crucial possessions. These are your last few with 58 seconds left, and it being a 4-point game. You cannot turn the ball over. You cannot be careless. You have to take care of it and make sure you are able to get the ball anywhere you need to possible. Jackson Porter will bring it down for a beautiful and unable to get the shot off. It'll be 46 seconds left. They'll spot up for the three, and it is good. Knocks down the shot.
Logan Rashid with the three, and that brings the game to 39-38 with 40 seconds left in the game. That was a big shot from the Bloodhounds.
And the timeout will be called for Fort Madison. You want to talk about an uncontested three that you cannot. We just talked about crucial possessions, and that is definitely one. You have to know your shooters, and if he has shot all night and not getting a hand in his face, that sure did make him pay. Bringing this to a 1-point game.
The Chargers will have the ball out of bounds. I couldn't fight it off.
It's really not that boring of a game.
No, it's not. It's actually a great game. I don't know where it came from. So neither coach is very happy with the calls tonight. But again, like I said, the calls can only change so much in a game, and a lot of it has to deal with if they're ready to play and how consistent they can make with their shots. The student section for Illini West is still up and standing. They are faithful in their Chargers that they will pull this out. They need to get the ball inbounded, and hopefully run down some clock.
Definitely, most definitely. The ball will be handed to Kennedy Gooding, and it'll be in to Jackson Porter. Jackson Porter will push the ball. He's got 3 men on him, crossing 2 of them up and putting it in, and the ball will roll in, and he will grab the foul, putting him at the line. Getting the and one. It'll be 41-39, 41-38 with 34 seconds left, and Jackson Porter, the man that does not miss too many free throws, knock on wood, will be put at the line.
Jackson Porter from the free throw line trying to set up his team.
The ball go in. Again, he does not miss too many, and Coach Rasmussen will call the timeout. It'll be a full timeout, yes. There you go, Jackson Porter coming in. Talk about a senior night and great turnout.
Great finish. Yeah, it was a great finish shot and a great way to end his extra point here. That put the game a 4-point lead for the Chargers, which could be detrimental to the Bloodhounds' comeback here. He is now the leading scorer with 15 points. And number 21, Caleb Cresswell, and 31, Trevor James Cockjohn, are the leading scorers for the Bloodhounds with 11 points each. And as we said earlier, this game has been pretty good, and
really relied on turnovers.
Yeah, it's, again, turnovers.
Lots upon lots of turnovers. And still, it'll be your fourth quarter ending seconds, and there was not a sub throughout all of Illini West lineup. These boys have definitely stuck it out.
With 34 seconds, number 25, Parker Denning, will inbound the ball to number 5, Logan Rashid.
Carter Boyer putting the pressure on here, working the ball into Caleb Creshwell. He will get into the lane. It'll come back up, and the three will be no good, and into the hands. Jackson Porter will work it out and draw the foul with the last 21 seconds left.
But neither team are in the bonus, so Kennedy Gooding will get the ball back again out of bounds to look to inbound on the other end of the court here. The Bloodhounds have their full press on. The ball's inbound to Brandon Butts. And that should put Jackson Porter on the free throw line shooting 1-and-1 with the foul by number 21, Caleb Cresswell. Again, earlier, just like Daytona said, he does not miss very many free throws, and with a 1-and-1 situation.
And you want to talk about should have knocked on wood. That ball will rattle in and out for Jackson Porter, unable to take the advantage of the 1-and-1, and he will, it looks as if he would body up, but he did not.
6,
the ball
5, 3.
And the ball go out of bounds.
With 2.8 seconds left, the Chargers
will have the ball. And if they do it right and get it in, that will be the end of the night. 40. Well, unfortunately, here we go. A timeout by Coach Rasmussen. The game is at 22-38, Illini West. And your leading scorer so far is Jackson Porter with 15 points tonight.
You may have heard 22-38, but the score is 42-38, Illini West. But it's all right.
You know, without this camera, I'm really trying here.
Yeah,
it's a little hard. I get my words.
We've had a difficult night tonight with this.
Definitely.
With
lots of technical
and just it's.
But we pulled through, just like our boys are, and did good.
A couple rough patches, but
lots of them actually.
Yeah. It's all fun, so it works. It worked out in the end.
All for the experience.
Looking for a last-minute shot.
And Caleb Crutchfield out of, and that'll be it. 42-38, Illini West. Good game, good game.
It was a good game, a very unregulated game at times, but
very much so.
Glad the Chargers were able to pull out the win, 42-38. Jackson Porter was the leading scorer for the Chargers.
Yes. Definitely, unfortunately, the stats just went out for us. We definitely want to thank you if you did tune in through all of the all of the technical issues. We appreciate it. Glad we can be here to bring you the game in any way possible, pretty or not pretty. But glad to be here and glad you come and support. Please, we didn't really mention, but please follow our Twitter at HHStudios1. Greatly appreciate it again. Thank you for watching, and this is
I believe we will try to get some interviews here with our seniors. I believe we'll try. Again, no promises. So we will be gone for a little bit, and we will get back to you with the result to those interviews.
Yes.
So just hang in there. Well, I hope there's audio this time. All right, we are back here, and I'm with Jackson Porter. Hopefully you guys can hear us because this game has kind of been rough with technical difficulties, and hopefully we have it set up now. So, Jackson, on your last game, last in your home court,
Yep.
What was the feeling that went through you when you had that last shot and you got that and one on it?
Yeah.
You could put the game up, by 4.
It was a really good feeling. We kind of needed a bucket there. They were coming back into it, and I just got a breakaway. I had a chance to make a play, and I did, and it was really cool.
Yeah, it was a great play, and like I said, it's a great way to end your last shot on your home court.
Yeah. Well, I ended on a missed free throw. I'm not too happy about that.
Wow.
I take pride in my free throws, and
Yeah.
I got to knock those down towards the end. But luckily, we came away with a win.
It was great. Well, that's all I got for you.
All right.
I might think of some more. Stay close.
All right, thanks.
All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Next, we have Kennedy Gooding. He's conversating right now, as Kennedy likes to do. But there he is.
What's up,
Hey,
Ty?
bud.
What's up? How are
How
you?
you? I'm good. How are you?
Pretty darn good.
That's good. So that was a really heated game for you guys, and it was very unregulated at times, and sometimes the emotions came through, especially in the post. So I'm just going to ask you how did that go for you? And you seemed pretty composed most of the time.
Well, whenever we play Fort Madison, it's ugly. They're dirty. They'll do whatever it takes to try and get a win. And down there in the post, I'm a guy that keeps my cool most of the time. But I mean, when you get popped in the jaw, there's a certain extent. So sometimes stuff down in the post doesn't always get talked about. But it was a physical game, and we found a way to win ugly, and we just win a ball game, and that's what we've done. That's what we did tonight.
That's great, and like I said, you look very cool and composed, and not very often does it slip through Kennedy Gooding's shield of emotions on the court, but tonight it did. But that's not a problem sometimes. It's a great change.
Sometimes you need that little attitude and little fire to
go.
go.
A little fire. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
Next we have Jacob Dietrich. Hey, Kennedy, can you grab Butts for me? Wherever he's at. I don't know where he went. How are you doing, Jacob?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm great. How's your game?
It was good. It was good. Hard win.
Did he? Well, that's unfortunate. So this is going to be our last interview of the night. But how was it to have your last game on the last home game for your senior year to come out with a win, even though it may have been ugly as Kennedy likes to say?
It was fun. It was a good team, good quality team that we beat, and I think we played well, even though it was a little ugly at times, but we found a way to win. That's what matters.
So how do you think you played individually?
Oh, I thought I played okay. I mean, I could have obviously done more, like you always could every game. Yeah. But yeah, I'm satisfied.
That's good. Well, congratulations on your win, and good luck.
Yep, thank you. Hey, congrats to State.
Thank you. And I think that is all, folks. Brandon Butts left on us. I had a couple questions for him, but he left, so that is unfortunate. But thank you for joining us, and this is Horsehead Studios' Ty Jackson signing off for the night. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we hope to see you again in the postseason. Thank you.